What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Stukes Baseball Cards and Curiosities 2024 edition. We'll, as you can see here, we're going to start off with some movie star cards from the 1930s. That's Clark Gable, and these are 1930s Dixie lid premiums. I have a book of several Hollywood stars from the mid 30s through the early 1940s. So Clark Gable, each of these will have, they have like a 2-ring binder hole, which was popular back then. Studio name on the border. Studio they worked for. So here's Clark Gable, famous for Mutiny on the Bounty, Gone with the Wind, and several other movies. So the front is nice and colorful. You look at the back. Clark Gable, MGM star in action. And it's got some still shots of him from a recent movie and a short biography. So each of them has the same format. There'll be different color variations the newer we get. I'll turn from green to brown. Here's William Powell. And this is back of his card. He was also an MGM star. Next up we have a heartthrob, Robert Taylor. Also an MGM star. And the next one might be familiar to people that grew up in the 60s. Fred McMurray for the TV show My Three Sons. He also did quite a few movies back in the day. I remember the Cane Mutiny. Champagne Waltz is the featured movie on the back of this card. He was a Paramount star. Next up we have Carole Lombard. And these are just very nice and colorful cards. Swing High, Swing Low is the movie feature there. She's also a Paramount star. Just gonna go through her bio a little bit. Next up we have Merle Oberon. There's also a baseball set and other sports, including Bronco Nagurski, Charlie Gehringer, Bob Feller, Jimmy Fox. Next up we have, Merle Oberon was United Artists star. Here we have Jean Harlow, MGM star. Next we have Eleanor Powell. She's also an MGM star. If you watch any movies from the 30s and 40s, even into the 50s, you'll see a lot of these names. Here's Louise Rainier. I believe that's how she pronounced it. Another MGM star. There's Marco Polo, Gary Cooper. He's the first brown border star we have. Samuel Goldwyn star. And this is a feature movie for him as Marco Polo. Tyrone Power. In Old Chicago, 20th Century Fox star. That's the movie where Mrs. O'Leary's cow started the Great Chicago Fire. There's Don Amici. He was also in the, I think it was 1980s movie Cocoon. But he's featured in Josette, another 20th Century Fox star. And a swimmer. Bobby Breen. RKO star, that's a different studio than we've been seeing. Hawaii Calls is the movie that's featured on the back of his card. These are about 8.5 by 11. Tommy Kelly. Who does that look like? He was the movie incarnation of Tom Sawyer. So you saw any of the old Tom Sawyer black and white movies? You saw Tommy Kelly playing him possibly. Next up we have Sonia Henie. That may or may not be how her name is pronounced, but she was a famous Olympic gold medal figure skater. Did some early ice shows with Norval Baptiste, who's someone that I collect. And she went into doing ice shows and movies. Happy Landings is the movie feature on the back of her card. We have Alice Faye. Not Faye Ray from King Kong, but Alice Faye. Don't Go Away, Mister. It's a movie featured for Alice Faye. Annabella is the next one. Baroness and a Butler. Annabella. Next up, Simone Simon. '20th Century Fox star. Josette was the name of the movie featured for her card. And we have June Lang. Lovelies is the movie she's featured in the back of this card. And we have Warner Baxter. Kidnapped is the movie he's featured in here. And then mentions he's a Malibu Beach resident. And here's just a couple of publicity, or not sure where these belong. I don't know if they are Dixie premiums or not. But this is Jane Withers. Another Sonia Henie. And last but not least, I'm not sure what this group is, but pretty fancy shirts and hats. So that does it for my Dixie premiums. I'd like to thank everybody for watching and hope everybody has a wonderful 2024.